If you think
hello. Oh Lord, right, got it. Press the right button. Dominique, you can put your sign down now. Hello. I'm joining you from the studios of Masterminds, and I want to know what my specialist subject is, please. Grace. I've got utter chaos going on around me.
That's why I didn't ring. Good evening, everyone. That's why I had no idea we were live because I just thought you were talking.
No, I'm balancing. I'm balancing. Hello, episode 110. This could be slightly chaotic.
Yes, I think this might be a quick, short one, but we just thought we'd come to you. Otherwise, you're going to miss out this week. So
I've got Grace, Grandad, and a friend all in the background. So I mean, anything could happen.
Shall we go back now?
Right. Hello. But I just sat down and said to Dominique, look, I do look as though I'm ready for Mastermind against a black wall, a white wall even. I can't even speak today. Have you got everything?
So
is it working all right? Because
no, this might be very quick.
Because I don't think the internet's very good, is it?
Oh no, it's fine, but we can just hear everything else.
Right, zip it.
We're going, Mum.
Okay.
It was lovely to see you. Like I'm sure Daisy thought this was really.
Hang on 1 minute. Just bear with me. It was lovely to see you. Are you coming back?
Well, we'll have to work around you, as per Marie Hammond.
Good evening.
See you later.
We'll see you in a bit.
Don't let the door smack your backside on the way out. Right.
Where's my shoes?
I mean,
Oh,
you speak and then they can't hear you here.
the signal's absolutely fine, so signal's going to be no issue, I don't think.
Right. Utter chaos. Sorry we're doing this a day early. We did say we weren't going to mess you about again, but my travel plans have changed again, so I'll be travelling tomorrow. So that's why we thought we'd jump on quickly, because we do have a few things that we need to sort out, don't we? That if we missed the week, it would be a bit late.
Yes, yeah.
They're just killing themselves laughing at me over there. I mean, it makes a change from David standing at the window pulling faces, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, but normally we can't see that. It's only you he tries to put off.
Hello. See you, mate. Right. Okay. So.
I mean, other than that, I'm having a nice time.
Oh, Lord. The weather today has been beautiful. Yes, we've been having a lovely time. Bit chaotic. Things didn't really go to plan. I think, nothing ever goes to plan, does it? But I can hear them giggling outside. But yeah, we're having a lovely time. We're heading home tomorrow, so that'll be nice. Heading on the first part of the journey home anyway. Yeah, it's been nice. I feel like I'm stopped again. I need a holiday to get over the holiday as usual.
But you always do, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I managed to get out for walks every morning, which has been lovely. And then, sometimes during the day as well. So that's been good. But yeah.
Good.
Hello, everybody. Sorry for that utter chaos at the beginning there. Just ignore it all. Just life. You know what it's like.
It's just a midweek evening in most households.
Exactly. It's just, it happens to be here as well. So I apologise, but they've disappeared now for the time being. We've just eaten fish and chips, you see, and we've just literally wolfed them down.
Oh.
I realised what time it was, and they were very, very good, I've got to say. It was very nice.
Ordered to the seaside and not have fish and chips.
Exactly. Can you hear that rustling in the background?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hang on a minute.
I mean, that's WITA Dad in the background now. He's obviously cleaning up the fish and chip wrappers, I think. At least he's domesticated. He's tidying up after himself.
Oh,
is he tidying up?
Pardon? He's tidying up, but he's not doing it very quietly. Just sit down. It'll be fine. Yeah, to you as well. I won't show you what gesticulations he's doing. Oh, God, Bennett. Whose idea was this? Anyway, one of the reasons we've come on, with two main reasons, isn't there? I mean, the three reasons we'd like to come here and just cause devastation. One of the main reasons, we've been involved in a collaboration with Kath at Wensleydale Longwoold Sheep Shop. We've had to keep it fairly quiet because Kath wasn't going to reveal it until it's Unravel, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is Farnham.
At Farnham tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Friday, yes.
So, yes, we know you all love WITA Dad, and yeah, he's here, and no doubt he'll probably poke his head in a minute. And we've done a collaboration. Kath asked us to dye some wool, and I've designed a shawl. So she's launching it at Unravel tomorrow, isn't it? It starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the ball here, can you tell? So I've got some photos because obviously I haven't got the real thing. Kath's got it with her, but she's launching it at the show. So you need to go along and say hello if you go in.
Any of you going to Unravel, go and have a look. And when Marie said Kath asked us to dye some wool, of her wool, so it's her Wensleydale Longwool.
Yes.
We had dyed, and then it's gone back.
So this is a photo of the finished wool. Sorry, I haven't got it in person, but I mean, there you can see. So it is coral reef and summer garden on Kath's. I mean, look, all I can see is Dominique's face reflected in.
Yeah, it is there.
There. So I will put this on social media, but it's come out so different as well, hasn't it? Oh, it's beautiful. The colours are really, really nice. And the shot, oh, this might be a better photo. Let me see. Is that showing any better? There.
That's I mean, that the coral reef there looks identical to ours, but it's mixed the colours have mixed differently, and
it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the shawl. As I say, we haven't got it because obviously Kath's got it, but this is the shawl that I've oh look, let me try and get it there.
There, that's it. Yeah,
so it's a mosaic shawl. So it's using one of Kath's plain colours, and that's with the coral reef on this one. And it's a shallow asymmetric, shallow triangular shawl. So it's not massive. It's a really nice weight.
Yes.
I mean, that photograph doesn't really do it justice, but I will put a photo on social media afterwards so you can all have a look at it. So yes, we were really excited, weren't we, to get it all done, but the colours have just come out beautiful on Kath's wool. It looks really nice. And
we had I mean, this is horrendous photo, but we had a day trip up to deliver it all to Kath's. So that's in Kath's shop. And we put it with nearly every single one of her colours. Did it go with? It was really weird, wasn't it? Because obviously Kath loved the coral reef, and then she said do another one. But literally when we put the colours, as Dominique said, to say that Kath has her wool dyed, you know, she gets hers dyed from in a specific place, and all the colours literally were the same shade and everything. It was really bizarre. It was really, I mean, we did it. It was done intentionally. Completely done intentionally. It was very technically done. Yeah, I mean, if you believe that after you've just heard the chaos and everything going on around here, you believe anything. But yeah. For Unravel, she's doing kits, so you'll get a solid and a coral reef with the pattern. So she's launching it tomorrow. Right. Dominique, just keep speaking because I'm just going to have to put it on mute for once. The summer, she's putting the coral reef in the kit. The summer garden's going to be sold by itself as a standalone, and I assume she's going to have that with her at Unravel as well. She's not having summer garden at Unravel. No, I mean, this is like charades because Marie's spoken to Kath and I haven't. Yeah, forward sounds like. I'm so sorry. No, you can only buy it as the kit. Kath's only doing them in kit form, so you can't buy the coral reef on its own. Is that what you meant? I half caught what you said.
Is she going to have the summer garden there as well?
No, I think so. But you can only buy the yarn as a kit. She's not selling it separately. I only caught the tail end of that. I mean, what else is going to happen? But perhaps we'll have a fire alarm next. Can I have me started for 10 anyway?
But yeah, so if you're going, go and have a look. And if not, it'll be, Kath will have it back in the shop next week.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was really nice because there was Marie and I, and then Kath, and then the lady that's just started with Kath, Dawn. So 4 of us have obviously all got slightly different favourite colours. So we were all going, oh, that would go with it, and that would go. We were all coming at it from different colours as well. So yeah, really nice, very exciting. What's the shawl called?
Linton Stepping Stones. Yes, it is. I just was thinking, did Kath change it? No, Linton Stepping Stones, because it does, the mosaic pattern does look like stepping stones. And I thought, well, where's the most local stepping stones? And it was at Linton. So there you go. That's why it was called Linton Stepping Stones. But it's a nice shawl, and it's not too much material, and it uses just under the 200 grams anyway. So
double knit.
It's a double knit shawl, and there's plenty of excuse me, of the coordinating colours, so the multicoloured that we've dyed to make pom poms or tassels. I think Kath's put tassels on it, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. So yes, so that was one of the reasons we wanted to come on, because we wanted to say, please go and see Kath at Unravel.
Oh, of course, we couldn't say anything. We're not going to say anything until Kath's ready to launch it, which is tomorrow. So
it's all ready.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Yes, anything could happen today. Absolutely anything could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to switch my phone off, because that'll be the next thing, won't it? My own phone will probably ring. Right, that should.
Is anybody going to Unravel? Lisa, we know you are. You told us last night. Anyone else? Because we weren't quite sure where Farnham is, and it's south-west of London, so it's quite a long way south. But if any of you are that end of the country, Lisa was saying, wasn't she, what a nice show it is.
Yeah, because I knew of it, obviously, but I didn't know where it was. I couldn't, I was like, well, where is Farnham?
Farnham.
Not that good.
I think I'd have put it just further south. I wouldn't put it quite as west, but yeah. So it's kind of show season starting to pick up, and
we were just saying it looks as though there's quite a few exhibitors there as well, which is nice after all the COVID and everything and not having shows. So yeah, good luck to everybody who's going, and I hope you have a good show.
And speaking of shows,
what did we
find out this week?
Oh, we found out that we've got into I need prompts. We've got into Buxton. Yay! So we love Buxton and Bakewell shows. We like Carol and the team who run the shows. And yes, so we're very excited that we will be doing our first show in 2 years, is it?
Yes.
First show at Buxton. Yes.
Yeah. So
that was May.
Week.
Yeah. So so we'll be sending Dominique off into that little shed, and I'll be busy winding.
Yeah.
Because people do say, poor Dominique, she's always in that shed. She's the only one who does any work. Well, technically, probably yes. But I do a little bit. I do wind it and I do label it.
I mean, Marie's going to have a little kitten fit when she sees the pile I've dyed last weekend, because it is like we're stepping up for show season already, which we're not. Yeah. We just have a lot to do. She's going to come back and think, oh my goodness me, how much winding have I got to do? But
we do share tasks. It's just I do send Dominique to the shed. It is a bit of a penance, but she's happy when she's got the radio on and a bit of sport.
I had a good weekend in there last weekend, so
I bet you did.
Yeah, so now we know we've got into Buxton, we can start planning. We just can't take every single colourway now. So we need to decide what we're taking and what we're leaving behind.
Well, we have decided, haven't we, that we're going to do kits. We're going to do more bag kits, so you can, you know, grab a bag kit type of thing, with a shawl pattern, or socks we've got as well, hats, cowl. You know, that's we are going to obviously have our wool, but we're going to do a lot more of kits in bags. And then if we haven't got anything that, you know, the colours you needed, then we'll take orders. You know, we'll do orders and post out straight away.
Nice to be confirmed, and we can start looking forward to it, because, like I say, for 2 years no one has been able to do it. So, Nikki, she's hoping to come along. It's be a first ever yarn show. It's a really nice yarn show as well.
Yeah,
it's not too big, but there's plenty of really nice exhibitors there, and Buxton's beautiful. So
yeah, it's not too overwhelming, because some of the bigger yarn shows are fantastic, but they can get a bit overwhelming if you've not been to a yarn show before. So it is lovely, and like Dominique said, it's in the pavilion at Buxton, so it's in a beautiful building, and you're in the park, so it's really nice. And last year, what year it was we did it in, 2019, which was the first year it ever ran, isn't it? It was the first year that it had run. It was a really lovely atmosphere, and it was a lovely bright light building. So I'm looking forward to
weekend. So
but I broke Dominique that weekend, didn't I? Broke her.
I tore my calf muscle. I was saying on Wednesday, that was in May, and I think it was about September before I could walk.
My fault, as usual. I left my iPad in the accommodation, and Dominique, who was busy doing your fitness stuff, weren't you, at the time, said, well, I'll go, one, because she would be quicker, and two, she wouldn't get lost like me. I would have, like 3 hours later, Dominique, I don't know where I am, help me. So Dominique went.
To make it easier, we're staying in the same accommodation this time round, so Marie will know where she's going.
No, she won't. I mean, honestly, my sense of direction is absolutely appalling. Really is, really. But why do I need any when I've got Dominique? I don't need it, do I? Don't need it. You just find everywhere. Anyway, we digress. Go on. Right. Pardon?
Have you got lost while you've been down there?
No, because if I go out for a walk, I go in a straight line. Just keep walking, and then I stop and I turn around and come back again. Although the other day I did walk, so to keep the seat in my left-hand side, and come round in a loop, because I know that I know where the sea is, so I did a big loop. I'm rubbish. I'm not very adventurous anyway, going walking on my own, so I was a big girl, you know. I did a walk somewhere I didn't know, and it was through a little bit of a wooded area, which was a little bit scary for me, but I was like, oh my God, this is where murderers jump out at you. Oh my God. But, you know, I have an overactive imagination.
You watch too many Silent Witnesses.
I got myself in a little bit of a panic, thinking, come on, Marie, come on. But I mean, the only good thing is, like, my watch must have thought my heart rate was doing fantastic, you know, on me walk. But no, it was me panicking myself. Oh, dear me. But I saw some lovely sunsets. I've seen some lovely sunsets, which has been nice.
Sunrises.
Oh, sunrises. What is wrong with me? I keep saying it. I saw a sunset tonight. I haven't been drinking. I'm on water. I think I've just had a bit of a week. I've got to say, it's been one of those weeks this week. I mean,
I've seen the sun move.
Came up. Sunrise. Oh, dear. I'm so sorry, everybody. You come here to try and be entertained, and you end up with this lunatic.
Have you done any knitting while you've been down there?
I have done some knitting.
Let's see some knitting.
Would you like to see a cast on and cast off?
Yes.
Let's show you my cast on and cast off. This is my February square.
Oh, now that is early.
Well, it's a good job, by the way my life's going at the minute. I'll need to get things organised.
Oh, I like that.
Well, it was quite far to choose, because I was thinking I want to do something in sort of a heart shape.
Yes.
Wasn't quite sure. Then when I've been watching the Olympics and saw that they're getting knitted flowers, crocheted flowers,
Yes.
as the bouquets, I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make roses. So
And
I
make heart.
knitted roses and made sort of a heart shape. That's the back. So I knitted them and then sewed them on. It just needs, like faffing about. So that is my January.
February.
Oh, good. Honestly. Oh, I need to go home. Please can somebody take me home. So that is February.
I really like that.
I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased with it.
Knitted or crocheted roses?
I've knitted them.
They're really, really nice.
Yeah, so I've knitted them, and I found a pattern just on Pinterest, and I think they were supposed to be bigger, but I just made them a bit smaller by not knitting as many rows. But
Yes.
there's loads on there if you have a look. But yeah, so I'm pleased with that. So that'll go next to January, because this is February's. So that'll be them together.
Very nice.
So yes, so I've
You just knit a plain square. You've not done a heart on the square.
no, you
No.
can just see the back there. I just knitted a plain square and did the edging again with the moss stitch. So I just did it exactly the same size again, because I was going to do hearts in it. I was going to knit hearts, and then it was only when I saw them, I thought, oh, I know, I'll knit some flowers.
Yes.
And I thought, I did start off by thinking, oh, I'll go spring flowers, and thought, no, roses for Valentine's Day. So that was,
Very.
Lucy, it's one of the, so that was a cast on and cast off. So at least I've accomplished something in this month. I may not get much else done, but I have done that. Have you got any knitting?
But I have. You've not got any. You've not got a. I don't need to link a pattern to that, do I? Because you just.
I just found something on Pinterest.
Yeah.
And adapted it, so I didn't even use the same.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember how to do it, and basically all you do is you just start off with, I think it's like 6 stitches, and then it's knitting, and then yarn over knit, increasing, and so you end up with what's that shape, Dominique? That shape.
Well, that's a W, but
No, it's flat across the bottom and 2 sides. Parallelogram, and then you roll it up.
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram like that. Parallelogram. Anyway, you knit a shape that's straight at the bottom, and it's got
like the bottom of a boat that you would draw, bottom of a sailboat you would draw if you were a child.
Yeah, if you're a small child, and then you just roll it up,
Yes.
sew it together, and there you go, a rose.
So easy to do. When we were doing our weekly challenges through lockdown, and one of our themes was everlasting, I knit some roses and put them on like skewers, so you'd got a bunch of flowers, and they were the same, ever so easy to do. Half a hexagon. The bottom half of a hexagon.
I like the bottom half of a boat much better. But Caroline says that when I held them together, the heart almost looked like an alpaca's face. I know what you mean. It's not
it does.
the best heart, but yeah.
It does.
But
yes.
But that's how I made them. But literally, if you just type in knitted heart, knitted roses, there's loads and loads and loads of free patterns.
Yes.
Yeah. So what else have you been working on then?
Let's see what I've got up to. There's my anti-theft device.
Anti-theft device. Anti-theft knitting. Oh, are you casting off, Neely? Oh, you must be near. You've cast off. Oh, wow. That looks amazing. It's going to be massive when you block it.
It is enormous.
What shape? What, Dominique?
Well, that's definitely a triangle.
It's a right angle triangle.
It will be when it's blocked. It will be, but I started at my least favourite bit, but that's just because I'm not a pastel-y colour. But it just gets
darker and moodier.
as it gets the darker, vibrant colours. And
what cast off did you do? Did you do the one on the back?
No, I didn't, because it's a folded hem.
Well, it makes a picot edge. It makes the folded picot edging, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't want to add bulk.
No, exactly. That's how I felt about it. I thought I don't want to make it thicker.
No, just did a picot bind off.
Right.
So it needs blocking. I've only just cast it off, but I thought at least then it does look.
It does look similar then, doesn't it?
Hang on. So you can't see any of the pattern. Can you see the?
Yeah.
I thought it does look. It does look similar, so it's still in keeping. But
how much wool did you have left then?
That's what I meant to bring it with me. I'll show you. Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Quite
We're technical here. There's quite a bit of wool left.
Oh no.
I'm just going to do some mindfulness breathing here. I think I need to sit and look at the sea.
I've lost my bit of undyed. I blame Sue and, well, I blame Sue. I was going to say blame Sue and Marjorie. That's not fair. It wasn't Marjorie. It was Sue's fault earlier. I'll show her. But that's how much I've got left of the last colour. Because you only do, you really only do just go into.
I did. I only went into it a couple of rows on the last colour.
Rows.
Yeah.
And I did contemplate casting off on the last colour.
Yeah.
I did about 20 odd stitches, but it just didn't look right.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right.
I did exactly the same, because it didn't look right on the end of the
cable.
Cable, yeah.
So I've not weighed it, but there must be 14 or 15 grams left, and I've probably got half of that left of the undyed, but that was the 4th mini, so just under 180 grams of the undyed, and 15 grams less of the.
So there's more. So because you didn't use the kit size, did you? Because the kit gives you 200 grams.
Because we didn't. So I'd used 2 minis, then I went to 100 grams, and then I used 2 minis at the end because I didn't want to go into another full 100 grams. So
the kit that we've got then, and that's the waves colours. The blues is the waves set, and the other one that I'm using is the rainbow set.
But honestly, I think I said to you when I first cast this on, I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. And all the way through, I thought, I should have left that as my last colour, and I should have changed them round. But actually, when you wear it, I don't think you're going to see that one as much. So I can not hide it, but it's just not my colour. So the bright colours are going to be nearer my face. So actually, I am pleased.
Good.
But you can do it in any order you want and any combination you want. But I'm just pleased as it got to that, I'd got the brighter colours.
It looks really
so
nice.
I cast it off. I managed to cast it off last night. I mean, till about 11:15 because I thought it needs to be cast off, and then I've not had a chance today to block it, and I knew it definitely wouldn't be dry. It's just I am going to really block it quite aggressively, I think, just to make everything pop a bit more. Not that it does already, but
lovely. Really nice.
Really pleased with that.
That's your first Stepehn West shawl.
Yeah. I'm pleased it's off the needles because I was getting bored. Because I've not really knit on anything else. So
yeah. You've done quite well to get it done so quick.
Like I was saying last week about changing colours mid-row.
Yeah. You can't do it at all, can you?
You can close up, the light's not brilliant. But it doesn't bother me. I have used every single bit other than,
that bit.
Of every colour. So you'd have slightly less of the last colour because you'd have started it 1 or 2 rows earlier, I think, because you'd have been a row off some of the ones, but yeah.
Good.
It will be all blocked and ready, properly finished next week, but it is off the needles. So
while we're talking about shawls, we're putting a plea out because obviously we've got the show season coming up. We did have quite a lot of shawls knit 2 years ago for the upcoming show season that we never used. Some of them we will use, but some of them we've completely changed the yarn and we're not using the same yarn colours and things have moved on. So we have got some shawls that need knitting. We've got one that needs crocheting, which is a double knit, but we've got some small shawls that need knitting, and we've got some larger shawls that need knitting. I mean, we can tell you which ones they are. For those we've got the Call Me Rosie, which is the crocheted one, which is in double knit. We've got the Fisherman Shawlette, which are the small little ones like the little air hostess. We've got a couple of those that need doing.
But just take 2 minis.
Yeah, that take 2 minis. We've got Tessellation Shawl. We've got
Shawly,
not different.
Got Drops in the Ocean, Lulu's Drops, and Enid.
Enid, that's right. So we just wanted them doing in different colours. So if anybody would like to knit some samples up for us, get in touch. How we normally do it is once we get the item back, we then pay you in wool.
So if it's a 2-ball, 2-cake shawl, you'll get 2 cakes of your choice.
And obviously you get the pattern to keep.
Yes. 2 are more scarf, 2 are scarf throat wrap, and then the others are, one's drop stitch. Lulu, what's Lulu?
That's mainly garter stitch and yarn overs. It's sort of a few, it's very, in fact, I'd say the majority of the shawls are fairly straightforward. There's not.
Or other than drop stitching, Drops in the Ocean, they are just knits and pearls, aren't they?
There's not, they're not complicated patterns. No. So that's what we're looking for. So if anybody's interested, let us know. We probably need them back.
Mid-April,
that's what I was just about to say. We will need them back by mid-April. So if you think it's something you're interested in, give us a shout, and we can send the wool off to you.
We'll do a shout out on social media as well, but we just thought we'd ask. So
thank you very much.
And if you're happy, when you drop us a message, let us know if it's going to be knitting or crochet, and whether you want to do the really smaller ones or you don't mind doing. One is a 3 colour, but it's 3.
2 of them are 3 colours.
It's not massive, is it? So
what when we've done this, when I say we, Dominique, you can put the list of the shawls, and then if you want to have a look at them on the website, you can see what it is it's going to be knitting, so you don't get. But it's not as if we're wanting the patterns testing either. The patterns have all been tested. It is literally.
Well, they should have been tested.
They should have all been tested by now. I mean, you never know. There's always something crops up somewhere along the line.
but it's more we want them as sample knitting rather than as a test knitting.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to be able to, I need to just follow the pattern. They are, they've all been, they should all be spot on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yes, just send us a message or just drop us a line here and we'll
thank you, Caroline. Are you bothered what you do, Carol? Well, in fact, what I'll do is I'll put the list in the links below so you can have a look, because there might be one you might not be bothered which one you do, but there might be one you think, oh, I really fancy having a go at that one.
So I just say you're not bothered what you do, or if you've got a particular preference of what you would like to do, put that as well. So we don't send you one that you think, oh, I really don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much. And it's always nice then when you see your work, and then obviously we get the sample back. That's how it works. We get it back, and then we pay you in wool.
If you happen to come to a show to see us, you get to see it hung up on the stall.
Exactly. Thank you, Cheryl. That's brilliant. I mean, the other thing is, I know this is, we can only really ask for people in the UK. I should have said that, shouldn't I?
Oh, yes.
Only because we do need them, and it, got postage implications.
Yes.
We do pay for them to come back as well, so you don't have to pay for any postage. It's not going to cost you anything. But obviously, we really do need to restrict it to the UK so that we know that we can get it to you and you can get it back within the time scale. Yeah. I never thought of that. I keep forgetting that we have people from all over the place.
Yeah. But no, that's brilliant. We've had fun as well putting the combination together for them. So.
Yeah. But it is weird. I say we had quite a lot done, didn't we, 2 years ago? We sent out a lot.
Yes.
But we have changed some of the yarn bases, haven't we? We don't do the yarn bases.
Yes.
So we've had to have a complete rethink. And as well, people have seen them. Even we were doing virtual shows, so some of them have been seen, and
yes,
we want things to be a bit different. We've got a lot of new shawls, haven't we?
We've got a lot of new colourways that people we've said before. People say, "What does that knit up like?" Well, it depends what you're knitting, but if we've got it knit, it at least gives you some idea of what colours you will see throughout the colour changes, even if you don't know how it's going to repeat. So you might pick up a ball of coral reef and not see all the different colours you see, but when you see it knit up, you think, oh yeah, it's got all sorts.
It's magic coral reef because it looks different with everything that you do.
But even there are just quite a lot that you think, oh, it's 2 or 3 colours, and then when you look at it, where the colours change, and it's nice to see something knit up. So
that's brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Right, do you want to see another cast on?
Yes, I do.
I've cast it on.
Yes.
Now I've pulled part of it out because I've obviously done my fish lips kiss heel on it, but I started doing it in the stripes, but I didn't like it because, of course, then it alters your stripes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought, do I like it? Can I live with it? No. So I had to nip out and buy some cream because I thought I need a colour that's not in it, and I hadn't brought any other 4-ply wool with me.
But you could have just left it and put an afterthought one in.
I could, but I didn't want to. I wanted to nip out and buy all the wool. So all I bought was where have I put it? I just bought a ball of Serdar Country Style, which is a wool blend, 4-ply nylon wool acrylic. I thought perfect for the heel.
Yeah.
So I got that, and now I'm cracking on. But I've got to say, the wool, I've said this before, I normally do my socks on 275s or 3s. I do 64 stitches. I know that fits my foot. They're really just the different consistency of the wool, because it's blue-faced Leicester. Blue-faced Leicester with nylon. But they're so much bigger than normal. Isn't it weird? Just, again, different types of wool.
Yeah.
So they're a lot
more relaxed wool then, isn't it?
It must be, yeah, because I am a tight knitter, so you can see like my stitch definition is quite tight, but they are quite bigger, so I just won't block them. Normally I block my socks. I just won't block them. But I'm liking how it's,
knitting up.
You've got through a repeat. I can see just before the heel. You got.
Yes, that's where it ends. So you go from pink. So that's the 12 stations.
Yes.
So
very good.
So I would have been further. I've knit that heel twice. So I would have been on a bit further, but I only cast them on at the beginning of the week, coming away.
Yeah.
So yes, so I'm enjoying knitting those up.
I do think with self-striping yarn like that, I do really like I do an afterthought heel, but I really do like a contrasting heel, just so you can keep them stripes.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't bothered about doing the rib in, because it's, you know, it's still kept my stripes, and I'll do right up to the toe, but it was just the heel with the way you've got to do the decreasing.
Well, it's quite often bullseyes, depending which heel.
And that's what it did, and I didn't like, and I just thought, oh no, I don't like it, I'm pulling it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I may do the end bit of the toe as well before all the decreases start, so it doesn't do the same thing there. But yes, I'm really happy with it, and there's loads of wool, but yeah, how different. I mean, it just goes to show. I was watching a thread on one of the Facebook pages about gauge, and people saying, why don't indie dyers always put gauges on your yarn? And again, it's a bit like, how does wool knit up? You know, how will that pattern knit up?
Yeah.
Because the gauge depends. Your gauge you're looking at from your pattern point of view. So if you're knitting a garment or something that, you know, it's quite important where you've got a certain size, the pattern will tell you your gauge, and you then use, you know, we all don't like doing it, do we? But you'd swatch it, because every yarn is slightly different. So you can have a 4-ply that comes out completely different gauge using the same needles. So it is like, how long's a piece of string? You know, that's why gauge probably isn't on a lot of hand knitted yarn, because they all, you know, it's how you knit.
Yes.
And it's what the pattern calls for. Because you'll look at some patterns, and even though it's in a 4-ply, it'll be a slightly different gauge to what another pattern is in 4-ply. I know commercial yarn always have it on, don't they? Like on the side of this, they've always got, you know, what your gauge is.
Yes.
On the side. But your pattern that you're knitting may be completely different to that gauge. It's not standardised, is it?
I'll say a standard, that's a consistent gauge, but that's for only whoever's
knitted it.
I don't know how commercial yarn dyes put them on, but everyone still has their own gauge, don't they?
And that's why it always says on patterns where its size is important that you need to do a swatch. And of course, we recommend you do, but we don't, you know, we
but
never
does.
advice. But then, you know, that's why you can sometimes knit a jumper with a certain wool that you might have knit it in a different jumper, and then it's massive because it's just the characteristics of the yarn, you know, if it's different wool.
I mean, this is like, oh, hang on. As if we've planned this, talking of gauge, I'm just going to show you something that I've cast on and cast off this afternoon.
Lord. Cast on and cast off?
So I've cast on with the right weight yarn. I've cast on with the right...
Oh, dear.
Hook, not needle, hook. So this is what I'm casting on.
Okay. I take it you might have been a little bit snug from the faces you...
I mean, it's just tiny.
And I was just about to say on the pattern, they look huge. Maybe it's small hands.
Oh no, so it's Alice from Little Drops of Wonderful, and she does say she's got 2 sizes because she's got really small hands.
Those were very small, petite hands.
She's done a YouTube tutorial, so I've watched that, I followed it, and that's how I've done it. And
you haven't got particularly big. I've got big hands. My hands are bigger than yours.
But that one is the one she does in the tutorial. So she says these are a bit big. But I mean, there's just no comparison.
No.
I mean,
no.
They keep my palms warm.
Not your thumb palm. Does your palm have a thumb? Thumb have a palm. You know what I mean?
I'm not quite finished. I think you just have to finish the thumbs. But I started and realised they were not going to be big enough. but because I don't crochet that often and I don't follow crochet patterns easily, I thought I just want to have a go. So I've never done crochet ribbon.
Right.
And there's
very nice
ribbon on that.
Yeah.
So that was new to me. A really easy construction. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go up a couple of hook sizes. It's double knit and it's done with a 3mm hook. Well, I would always go for a 4 anyway.
Yeah. But again, it depends if you want it denser, doesn't it? So, but again, it just goes to show the wool. It could say use double knit, but that double knit might be different to the double knit that.
Yeah. But even like the treble clusters, they look diddy.
Right.
Whereas normally when I do a treble cluster,
big, yeah. Like on your blankets and things, they're quite.
Yes. Yeah. But I just, even though
it was planned.
Even though I knew, I'm going to do another one to go, and they'll be fine for a small child.
Small hands.
But you can obviously make the rib longer and shorter. They're meant to be wrist warmers, but honestly, I mean, I love the yarn. I absolutely
that is
love
the yarn.
I've been waiting since I bought this.
Is that going on a bear hunt?
You know, it's the Woodlands one.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is really nice.
I was going to nearly cast on a hat and thought, oh no, since Ali did this tutorial, I keep thinking I want to do it.
They look lovely, really nice. That would make a nice jumper.
Oh, I mean, it's just the way it's knitting up with the pops of colour.
You've done a good job there. It's nice that I really like that.
So it's I'll put the links below, but Ali's
gone again. Look at it.
And the thing is, that's the cast on. If I do it upside down, they go on ever so easily. So the just cast on edge is slightly.
Yeah, you need them about 2 inches longer.
Yeah, but I'm pleased with them. But like I said, she's done a YouTube tutorial that takes you through everything. There's a free pattern on her blog, but it's available to buy on Etsy and Ravelry. So it's a paid pattern, but you can also, I've not even looked at the pattern. I've literally just watched the YouTube tutorial. So it took me a couple of hours this afternoon, but I've had a lovely time because I like the wool. I had the highlights of the Olympics on, and
you've made a nice pair of gloves for a small person.
Yeah, loved. I like learning new things. Yeah, this Caroline saying love crochet ribbon. It is so clever.
I've never done it. It looks lovely.
Front post, back post, ribbon, and I went wrong to start with, but then when I realised I got into it, I was like, oh, it is.
Anti-theft device on it.
No, because I ripped it out, because crochet is so easy to rip out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it has.
Well, it has really, because you could say, I know that these gloves won't fit me. That's how I know they're mine. They don't fit me.
Well, they do fit me. They just don't keep me warm, particularly.
Or the right way around.
But if you wanted, like, just to type or wanted to play piano in the cold, I think they'd be quite good.
Or do lots of texting while you're out. You can or play the piano while you're outside.
I'm not sure. Yeah. So I'm going to do them again and make them bigger. But I love the pattern. I've not crocheted for a while, and I wanted to use this yarn. Lovely. So I'd cast off the shawl. What was I knitting on this morning? Oh, my teapot, my tea cosy this morning. And then this afternoon I came back and thought, oh, let's just cast it on and I can show you. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to get this finished. So I did. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think a jumper or something would look fab in that.
I think a jumper would look lovely in that.
Really nice. Really nice, like that.
Oh, it is. I can recommend, if you can crochet, I would absolutely recommend it, because it is a step by step. She talks you through it.
Oh,
You can, even if you can't, even if you're like me and can't really read crochet patterns. But yeah, so there you go with gauge. That's the right weight yarn, the right crochet hook, but definitely not the right gauge.
Definitely not the right gauge.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to bore you by showing my Stepehn West shawl, because I've done about 3 rows on it and I'm still on the yellow.
Right. Well, you've
I'll
been
wait
working.
for the day. There's not much to show, so I won't show you very much of that, to be fair. Did you have any other announcements to make?
No.
No, because the sock club's closed now, isn't it? Sock club's closed.
Both now undyed up and looking fab.
We have got some spaces left on the February. That's this month, Marie. February is this month that we are in.
Is this
on the February? I can never say it. That I always get it. Never sounds right in my head. February.
February?
That sounds like who you talking.
That sounds West Country.
That sounds like Joey. How you doing? February. Anyway, the month between January and March.
2 weeks tomorrow. Let's just go with 2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks. No, it's on a Saturday.
Oh yeah, of course we normally do this on a Friday. 2 weeks on Saturday.
The last Saturday in the month of February, we have got some vacancies still for the afternoon tea.
Yeah.
At Hemswell Court.
Yes.
Between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. So if you want to treat yourself, because don't wait for other people to buy Valentine's gifts, treat yourself.
Exactly.
Don't wait for Valentine's Day. Treat yourself whenever you want to be treated. That's my motto.
Say, put your card details in there.
So we have got some spaces left on that date on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting because it's the first Saturday one we've done, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Nice.
It will be really nice.
Of course, yes. So so make your bookings online. It's all on the website. I mean, what have you lost now? I mean, this episode has got to go down as probably one of the most chaotic, nonsensical February sunset sunrise.
I was going to show you. I was going to say last week you said we listened the Jubilee yarn, and I thought I'm going to give you a peek.
Yes, she's done some of the Stuart's aptly named Slubby Jubbly. I mean, I've got to say, Stuart, you're not on today, but oh my Lord, you blew my mind with that, because that was just hilarious, Slubby Jubbly.
So I just thought, do you want to have a look? It's not ready yet, but I mean, like, it's not
ready. You've dyed it on Slubby Lovely. You've dyed it on Slubby yarn, haven't you? That's what it's always going to be known as now, the Slubby yarn. But we have thought about it. So if you don't want the Slubby yarn, we will do Slubby Jubbly on all of the yarn bases. So then if you...
Other than yak, because it won't work on yak.
But that we don't offer that option, do we? But Slubby Jubbly is mainly going to be on the Slubby yarn. I mean, because it has to be, doesn't it? Why else would it be? But if you're not keen on it, or you're not sure how you would use it, then we are going to do it on the other yarn basis.
Absolutely.
And this will be in the shop when I get it wound, won't it?
So we've got a Slubby Jubbly, and then we've got a Jubilee mini set. So the Slubby Jubbly.
Oh, you see, I haven't even seen it.
No.
Oh, that's come out well.
It's come out so well.
It's come out Slubby Jubbly.
It has come out really well.
You can do the skein. It's difficult, isn't it? I get confused now seeing them in skeins. I like to see it caked up.
I know. Well, I wasn't going to show, but I thought you can have a sneak peek.
There is the Slubby Jubbly. But I tell you what, I bet it'll be interesting to see it dyed on different ones because it'll take the dye differently again, won't it?
It will. But I think this.
Hi, Angie.
This caked up, I think, is going to be absolutely gorgeous. So
Very, very regal.
that is your Slubby Jubbly, and I thought that is quite regal. I think that's quite queen-like.
Very queen-like. Very queeny.
With the minis, it's not that I've not gone queen-like, but we've gone.
Have you gone queen-like as in Freddie Mercury queen-like?
I've gone coronation.
Coronation.
Crown.
You've gone coronation crown.
Coronation crown. Jewels.
Oh, and they're on a sparkle. Oh, I like it.
So we've got every colour of stone that she has on her crown is in there.
That's beautiful.
So there's like a pink diamond.
Sapphire.
Oh, sapphire.
Oh, pink sapphire.
Oh, it's a pink sapphire, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a pink sapphire on my ring. Yeah, go on.
Sapphire. Amethyst. I don't know. These are just from a picture. I didn't research enough.
Hang on, let me show you the picture. You keep talking. Oh, Cressida Dick stepped down from the Met Police. I've just had an alert. Well, I never. Go on.
Ruby.
You're getting politics now.
Emerald.
Emerald.
Diamond.
Are forever.
And then there's your crown. Hang on, let them get them up. Let me get them up.
I mean, it's all technical stuff here, isn't it?
But where's the inspiration?
The inspiration.
Oh no.
Oh look, it's blown out again on the. There we go. Anyway, you get the drift. So that's going to be the Jubilee crown set. Unless Stuart comes up with a much better name. Or just the crown jewels.
Oh, it could just be the crown. Oh yeah. I was like, just the Jubilee minis, but the crown jewels.
Crown jewels.
That's
So we've
exactly.
got Slubby Jubbly and the crown jewels. Make of it what you like. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but they are the same colours in there, just not quite as concentrated. So we've gone regally queeny.
To crown jewels.
Jewels.
Perfect.
So
they will be in the store when I get it wound and get photos taken. They'll be in the store.
I did have a good time. I did have a good time playing last week.
Because we did talk about it of when did we release it, but I mean officially it was this week that her ascension. Her ascension was the 6th of February, wasn't it? So we may as well. We'd love to see what you're knitting. It wouldn't it be nice that on the Jubilee celebrations you're wearing your crown jewels and your Slubby Jubbly?
That's what we were saying on knitting this morning. Exactly that. Some people won't want it until the Queen's Jubilee weekend, but other people will want it to knit, so they've got a finished object why not? I fancy doing a pair of socks in the crown jewels.
Yeah, nice. You could have your nice socks, and I mean, what have I done to my hair there? And then a nice little Queenie shawl.
Queenie shawl. So Lucy's saying crown jewels, brilliant name. It is crown jewels and Slubby Jubbly for.
So we've done a little bit of rhyming slang there. We're going with the Queen, but it all started off from the dodgy memorabilia. Not memorabilia. What is it?
Oh, yes. No,
That's
it is
how it all started. Memorabilia that had been sent over, and they'd written it as the Queen's Platinum Jubbly, and that's how it started.
Yes.
Slubby Jubbly, and then of course we went from Slubby Jubbly. Now we've got crown jewels. We've got a bit of everything going on there. It is a bit like Del Boy on here when you think of it, really.
It should. I was thinking, should it be the platinum jewels? But it really should be the crown jewels. shouldn't it?
Much better.
They are the jewels in the crown.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that was a movie on itself.
Yeah. So yeah, I had fun doing that. So you see, this is why we like coming on and speaking to you live, because look what happens.
Anything could happen, as you found from today.
Look what happened.
Well, I have got absolutely nothing else, and I think I need to go and allow my father to come out of his room.
I think you do. I need to go and get the football on, get something to eat, and do the quiz.
Yeah, I need to do
busy.
some packing. Do some packing. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
And go and rescue my daughter from wherever she's been banished to.
But
Thank you very much
for joining us. We should be back as usual next Friday. We should be, but you know, watch social media. If we like to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, we like to keep you on your toes. There you go, exactly.
If you go into go and say hello to Kath and Marion on Wensleydale Longwoold Sheep Shop. If you're happy to knit for us, just drop us an email or a message on social media, just so we've got your email and we can be in touch.
Have a lovely week, everybody. See you later.